Hey, good morning, class. I hope that everybody got enough sleep in light of the Super Bowl last night, and I'm sure that many of the Patriot fans are excited because their team won last night. But let's move on to more pressing and important matters than just simply the Super Bowl. Well, looking back on this past week's discussion board, I want to say, first of all, some of you are really showing a lot of improvement. I see that many are taking really paying close attention to the comments that I make, and then you, in return, are making a lot of the adjustments to help your discussion boards to be much better. So that's great. Now, there are still some of the similar issues that we've had in the past. So just really look again, proofread through your posts and replies, and making sure that you have the proper forms for the citations and that those citations are in the form of a footnote. So just make sure you do those couple things. Now, this week I have a couple of you know different assignments. I mean, we've got the discussion board. It's not really different, but it'll be a little bit longer in the sense that you have 4 questions to choose from. And now, we kind of get into the Pauline epistles. So make sure that you pay close attention to some of those questions and how to answer them really thoroughly. The first one's really just about Paul's background and chronology, those types of things. So make sure you kind of extract the pertinent facts and information that helps us to develop his chronology. Also, a lot of times people in the past have really just neglected the part of that first question that deals with Paul's missionary strategy. There's an important statement in the book about his overall in general missionary strategy, and so make sure you kind of pull that out and just define what that is. What was it, and what can we use even today? The second question really has to do with the new perspective, and just pay attention to the details of that question and make sure that you mention the positive benefits of the new perspective, but also line out the criticisms of the new perspective. So just to, pay attention to that one. Also, with the third question, really has to do with the purpose of Galatians. So in occasion, make sure you note the occasion. Who were the opponents, and what was the nature of their doctrine, and then basically what are the different ways that Paul really responded to that issue, especially to the doctrine or the teaching of his opponents in Galatia. Now, the fourth question really has to do with the location of the churches that he's writing to. Is it northern Galatia, or is it South Galatia? The book really goes into detail about that. That question's very simple. You just choose which one you think best answers the location of the churches and why. You have to defend your position. So what does that mean? Well, what are the critical pieces of data that you are using to make your case? So it's pretty simple. Just okay, guys, you have a quiz this week, and I know for some the quizzes has been very difficult. For others, you've done much better. Again, my advice would be just to read through the material, become as familiar with that material as possible, because although the quiz is open book, it still is very challenging to be able to locate, if you don't know the answer immediately, where to find it in the book, because it's a lot of material. And so the more familiar that you get with the book and its material, I think the quicker you can get to an answer that you may not know off the top of your head. But also, after taking the first quiz, everyone has a better idea of the type of questions that are going to be asked. So just, study hard. You need just carve out time. Just discipline yourself to carve out, and not only carve out time, but carve out the best time where you can give your full attention to the work this week. And guys, don't forget the paper. Do a little bit of research every week, and you'll find yourself in a much better position the week that paper is due. So listen, keep working hard. You guys are doing great. Persevere. I know that, it gets to this particular point and, it can be, wanting the term to be over, but hey, there's a lot more to learn, but also at the same time, it's going to fly by. So just really give your best for the next 5 weeks, and you'll see that it'll pay off really, really greatly. Okay, you guys have a great week. Listen, I'm here to help. Shoot me an email if you have any questions or just need my assistance. Okay. All right. Talk to you guys. Have a great week.